Hi, everybody.
Welcome
Welcome back. How are we? What's going on? I feel like we have so much to talk about. It's crazy.
I know. I feel we haven't been here in like a minute.
I know. I'm feeling kind of fired up today. Like, I don't know like about what, but just in general, in the general sense of the term, I'm feeling a little fired up. I feel like I've had like a real political action couple of weeks. And then with this, like, sorry if this is not what people want to talk about, but like there was like a school shooting today.
Yeah, I saw that today.
That I don't know if anybody heard about that, but there was a school shooting and that always just pisses me off as somebody that works in a school.
No, it is.
Like,
it is.
It's just so fucked up, and I'm feeling so excited to vote in the fall. And just
I know.
not vote for any of the people that are currently in office. But alas.
What do we vote for? What's it, mid?
Is it mid? I don't even know. All I know is my local election in the city that I live and work in is coming up, and I am gearing up for that. I'll tell you that much.
Hey.
But yeah, I've just been feeling fired up lately. And I was in the car ride here, and like this is the way my ADHD brain works, is like I was just thinking of a million questions I had to ask you. And now I obviously can't think of any of them, but one of them was like, what's your thoughts on guinea pigs?
Oh, I don't like animals in general.
Yeah, I don't fuck with rodents like
that. My mom told us forever that we were allergic, so we couldn't
to guinea pigs or all animals.
Anything that was like rodent related and in a cage.
Well, I think that's fair.
We were allergic, so we couldn't touch them, and that's why we couldn't have them. And I think that was the right decision. I'm like I don't want to touch them. I don't want to hold them.
Me neither.
They bite. I don't. Yeah, I don't do things like that.
No, me neither. I just don't vibe with them. Like between the like bunnies, like people love bunnies. No. Do not put me down for a bunny.
No.
Ooh, the teeth. Like, sorry, but they just stress me.
No, I just I don't even really. I know it's controversial, hot take, but I don't even really need a dog either.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a dog person, obviously, but I will say I love my dog to death. I've talked about her before. We rescued her during COVID, and my husband, we were down the Cape one night, and I had drank like pretty much a full bottle of Pinot Grigio, and I applied online to get a dog, and my husband said no, and I said, unfortunately, I already submitted the application.
The damage is done.
Yeah, the damage is done. And then they called us 2 days later, and they were like, come see the dog, and they were like, yeah, but when you come see it, like, be prepared to take her home. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So then we got there, and we ended up with the dog, and I love her. She's a big, giant
She is big.
She's huge. When she stands up on our fence, she looks like two kids in a trench coat trying to sneak into a movie theater, and it always really cracks me up. I'll be sure to post a pic because that's what it looks like. Because she's like standing on her two like very tiny chicken legs, but she's literally tall. I mean, not that it's hard because I'm only like 5 whatever, but she's like 6 feet tall when she stands up on her 2 legs, which is crazy. But her and I are currently beefing because last night I went to go get into my bed. And she just peed on my bed. Like, there was just pee on my bed. And I was like, respectfully, you can fuck right off.
I feel like that, how old is that?
How old is
that? How old is your dog?
She's almost 3. Like, because we got her during the pandemic. And it's like, you're going to just go ahead and fuck around and pee on my bed? Like,
yeah, that feels out of pocket.
No, and you know what? It felt targeted because...
Oh, she's mad at you.
Like, she didn't pee on my husband's side of the bed.
Yeah, she's mad at you.
She peed on my side of the bed. So it just felt a little like she meant it. Felt a little like she did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But yeah, I really only have a relationship with dogs. I don't.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I just don't think I'm not someone who's like, oh, I can't wait till I can get a dog. I'm like, if I don't get one, I'm not gonna feel like I'm missing out on life.
It's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
The reason, we knew somebody that had a dog, and I was like, if this person can be a dog parent because they're always going out and totally should not be a dog parent. I'm like, if they can be a dog parent, we can get dogs. We could definitely get a dog. But it's just interesting to see how people get a dog and then treat it. I always feel that way about influencers.
Yeah.
Margot Ashray, I don't follow her, but people are always saying that she's constantly going away. And it's well, why the fuck did you get a dog then? Why did you get a dog?
I know.
For what?
honestly, I can barely make sure I get home before like 6 a.m. on a Saturday. Like, you think
How could you get a dog?
The dog would not be like in my thought at all.
It would be alone for so long, and that's just like not fair to the dog.
No.
And I've always said that.
Yeah, I could not have a dog.
So tell us a little bit. You're decked out in Loverboy head to toe.
I didn't even realize
which
it.
I love. I mean, I love it.
Well, because I'm going to the gym after this, and
I know, and you're looking skinny.
Thank you.
We talked a little bit about your fitness journey last time, but you're really killing it.
I know. This will be my 16th class today.
Oh my god, that's awesome! I've never been to Everybody Fights. Is it fun?
Yeah, I love it.
I really want to try it. I think I would like it because I used to do boxing here, like in Braintree, and I really liked it, and I would love to try.
No,
else.
It's really fun if you like.
Is it like really loud and stuff?
Well, I don't always do a boxing class.
Sometimes you just go to work out.
Well, yeah, my location does have a gym in it, so I can do both. But like they do like regular classes too. So today I'm doing like a strength class. So it's it's like free weights, and like you just work like the whole class is like lifting. And
that's really fun.
It's like all full body, which is fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and there's 3. There's one financial district or FIDI. I go to the one in Seaport, and then there's a new location in Saugus.
Saugus. Mm-hmm. When will they come to the South Shore? Hopefully soon.
I know. You think it would, because it feels like such like a...
I was just going to say, that feels a bit more South Shore than it does North Shore.
It feels like such like a Derby Street gym. Like in like one of those places. Yeah. I
just feel like if Saugus people are going to go to a boxing gym, they're going to go to like your brother's cousin's mother seriously. Who owns a boxing gym.
Well, it's because they flip, and I haven't been on Route 1 in like forever. Like I haven't gone up that way, but it's in like the old hilltop. So like
yeah, that's a good spot.
They flip that whole
very neutral spot.
Yeah, and it's very that type of plaza. Like a Starbucks is right next door.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
It made sense for that. But I was wondering too, I'm like, Route 1 just feels like out of pocket. But when I went to it, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It's funny. Yesterday, I drove down Route 9 in like Framingham, Natick area for the first time in a really long time because I went to Framingham.
Yeah, Framingham State girl.
And so I drove out on Route 9 and I was like, wow, nothing on Route 9 has changed in the last like 5 years since I graduated from here. Everything looks exactly the same. It's all the same restaurants. It's all the same, like, what do you call it? Like nylon banners like hanging above all the restaurants.
That's how I think I'd feel if I went to Bridgewater.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys need to pick it up. I know you have one mall, like the Natick Mall, but besides that, like you guys really need to.
Oh, that is where the Natick Mall is.
The Natick Mall is one of my favorite malls. That is fantastic
good
mall.
It is a good mall. I haven't been there in forever either.
If I'm feeling like really adventurous on a Sunday morning, I'll go to the Natick Mall just because they have like a Zara and they have like a little bit more modern stuff.
They don't have a Zara at South Shore?
No, they don't have anything at the South Shore Plaza. That would be one of those malls that's going to be on a documentary soon of like abandoned malls. Oh, I think it's on its way out.
Really?
Yeah, every time I go there, there's like stupid stores that nobody's ever heard of that don't make any sense. Like that are non-name brand stores that they've just input into a random.
Oh, yeah. That's when you know, like a mall's going
Big Girls Plus. I'm like, what is Big Girls Plus? Like, and it's like, hello?
Yeah. No, totally. The Meadow Glen Mall was from Medford. It was like not like a big mall, but it used to have like real stores, and then it got horrible, and now it is a Wegmans.
Oh. Well, I feel like now if you're gonna go to the South Shore Plaza, it has pretty much everything the same as Derby Street, anyways.
Yeah,
so most people
Derby
would just
Street's
go there.
Like cuter.
Yeah, and it's outside, and you can like walk around, and it's like not the inside of a mall, so it's much better that way.
Yeah, I get it.
What else is new? I saw you out here being such a great ally at the St. Patrick's Day parade, like doing straight things.
St. Patrick's Day really, really did a number on me. I don't even get like that on the 4th of July, and that's like another straight ally thing, I feel. But
so true.
But the St. Patrick's Day like took me out.
I had a family friend visiting from California who he is a fire department he worked for the fire department in California. I forget. Somewhere in like LA County, I assume. I don't know. But I think it is. And he fought like all those wildfires. So for some reason they got invited. Not for some reason. For that reason, they got invited to walk in the Southie Parade this year. Oh,
that's cool.
So they came. So we took them out to dinner the night before in the North End because him and his girlfriend had never. I don't know if she had ever been here. He'd been here maybe once before, but so we took them to Trattoria El Panino, and then we went to Cafe Vittoria after, and it was super nice. Yeah, it was like the perfect evening. But he was like, yeah, I'm walking in the parade tomorrow, but everybody keeps saying I have no idea what I'm in for, and I was like, that is an accurate depiction of the Southeast St. Patrick's Day parade. You have no clue what you're walking into. No idea. None. Like, I was like,
even I wasn't even ready, and I like feel like, because my thing is I never really did Southie to begin with.
Yeah.
Like I had one friend, my friend Casey, like moved there right out of college, but like I had no Southie home base.
Right.
So like I was like, I don't really like need to go to Southie. And then I was always like concerned, like when we would like Uber, like when Uber started, I was like, well, I'm not going to like Uber, because at that time I was like, I'm not Ubering to Southie if it's going to be like, we didn't have Lincoln, we didn't have Broadway. Exactly. Like it wasn't like what it was when we first started like drinking legally. So I was like, well, I'll just go to Faneuil Hall. So I always just everybody, like,
that's how I caught the tail end of the Faneuil Hall era and the start of the Southie era. And then I was like,
I'm too old to be going to Southie. Like it's like kind of how I felt.
It was like you went from Ned Devine's and like, what was and like the Hong Kong and like going to those places to then all of a sudden it was like, let's go to Lincoln. I'm like, well, this is a lot different vibe than the fucking Hong Kong. So I really don't understand how we're comparing the two.
Literally. And then like, yeah, I was just like, then I was like, I'm not. So I never really did. And not like I want to hate those places, but like the food's just so good. Like I wish like, I think we've talked about it before. I was like, I hate that like Lincoln's worth the hype.
Yeah, totally. I completely. Same with Capo. Like the Capo basement, I hate that I love the Capo basement.
I literally just had Capo last night for dinner.
Oh, really? That sounds so good right now. The Capo basement is fun. I'm sorry. No matter how old you are, the Capo basement will always be fun.
I was there on Thursday.
Weren't you a bouncer at Capo or Lincoln?
No, I was the bouncer too.
Hold on, I don't think your mic's on.
Oh, am I not on?
I don't think so. Hold on. Our producer Justin is trying to talk to us. I know it.
Oh, that's so weird.
Maybe you were. Maybe it was just quiet.
Yeah, maybe.
Try it again.
Maybe we just gaslit you for fun.
Right. Maybe we just couldn't hear it in the headphones.
No, I don't think so. Right? That's okay.
That's all right. Just talk loud.
Anyway, yeah, I was a bouncer at the Capo basement. I was like the private door, like in the outside. Like,
really?
The basement, yeah.
Wow.
That was my job. For, like,
that must have been like a hot ticket.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I used to love working the shift. Yeah, it was awesome.
People must have been like willing to like really to, like do anything to get in. Like
honestly, yeah, people would do anything, including like cash tips and stuff like that too. Like yeah, it was.
Did you take them?
I did.
Yeah,
of course.
You'd have to.
You just can't be flaunted and like you obviously got to be selective, right? Like you're not gonna take cash tips from like a group of like 15 like 21-year-olds,
right?
What I mean, but if it's like 3 or 4 people,
yeah, and you're like, yeah, whatever, just come in.
Yeah,
that's so true.
It's crazy though, because like, yes, it's fun, but like I just like don't get like I wouldn't be like paying to get in like that.
No, I always thought, the cover there, I always thought the cover there anyways was always just absolutely absurd.
What is the cover?
I think on a Friday night it was 10, maybe that's
maybe
like 20. No?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else then. That's crazy. At the bar that I always go to down the Cape, and I will never slander them because I love them more than anything, but they have a cover. And so we always just try to go, like, especially now that we're older, I always just try to go a little earlier so that I don't have to pay a cover. Because I'm like, what am I going to do? Wait in line with these 22-year-olds who, like, have never been to this bar before? I'm like, we come here, like, for lunch. You know what I mean? For lunch. And I'm very loyal. Shout out to the Sandbar in West Dennis Beach. That's my favorite bar of all time. Not to be confused with the Sand Dollar. Fuck the Sand Dollar.
Where's that?
Bar. The Sand Dollar is also in Dennis, but actually it might be in Yarmouth now. But it's somewhere along those lines. But one of their bouncers one time like was really creepy to me in a way that I then like yelled at him and then he kicked me out. And I was like, you know me, sometimes when the Quincy comes out, like it just has to come out. And I just was being kind of insane. And I was like, I wasn't going to let it go. And then they kicked me out. And I was like, you're a bouncer. Like he like touched me in a way that he obviously should not have. And I was like, really mad about it. But anyways, I haven't been back since then. That's a true story. I was on my sister's bachelorette party. But anyways, that's my rant about fuck the Sand Dollar, love the Sand Bar. If you're looking for a great place to go down the Cape, I'm the Sandbar's #1 fan. They have a wicked funny Instagram. Like their Instagram account is very funny. And it's all like, younger kids like our age who work there and like just work there over the summer and whatever, and they're wicked funny. And their Instagram is always popping off, and they posted like candids of all of them the other day, and I was like, this is my Vanderpump Rules cast.
Oh, love that.
Because they're very much like that. Like, they totally could have a reality show like that. It's so funny.
I know.
There's a bunch of places like that around here that I feel like you're like, wow. Like, Capo could totally have a reality show. Capo, Lincoln, like, all those. You could definitely.
Capo could have one.
100%. Justin could have been on it. That would have been so fun. The crossover we all needed. You know what I was looking at today came up on my time hop?
What?
Which we're just having a very Boston episode today, clearly. But I was looking, and a year ago today, I retweeted one of your tweets of there was this post in the Betches of Boston group.
Oh my God. No.
Where the guy, there was like a guy.
He was dating.
Yes, he was
everyone.
dating like 5 different girls in this group and was engaged to one of them. Actually, I think he was engaged to multiple of them. And the whole post popped off. Some girl posted it under the guise of being like, hey guys, my best friend just got engaged. Like looking for engagement gift suggestions, like pick for attention.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people commented and were like, girl, please tell me this isn't him. Like, if this is him, he's dating like 4 other girls. And everybody was going off on it. And then she came out later and posted and was like, hey, like, I just wanted to let you guys know I was posting that like looking for information because we had a feeling that he was like dating other people. And we were like, what? That was one of the craziest.
That was such a good.
There was like 400 comments on it.
It was a good day.
That was such a great social media moment.
Because I had someone, because I can't get into that group and it's so annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
That feels discriminatory.
I literally think it's because I'm a boy. I've tried so many times. And I literally put because you had to like fill out the questions.
Don't say.
I literally was like, I'm gay. I just want to be in this group. And I still couldn't get into it. I was so mad. So I had my friend go in, and I bet you if I dug through my videos, I had her send me a screen recording so I could read the thread.
That's so funny. It was a great thread.
I know.
And then because you tweeted about it, everybody saw that. Honestly,
I literally tweeted. I was like, "Who can get me into this group?" And like, I couldn't. So then she just sent it to me. But I did send it to Hannah Berner because it's actually. Right after, this is when Giggly Squad was here a year ago.
Oh yeah, and then you went to the pod.
I went to the thing, their live show, and I did tell Hannah about it, and I was like, just feels like relevant after last night.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy thing. Hannah was we had a little viral moment with that the Jonas Brothers like videos.
She has 1 million on TikTok.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's crazy on TikTok.
She actually is kind of funny. But TikTok, I mean, and this isn't one of our topics for today, but we can dive on into the topics because this kind of relates to that. But they're trying to ban the TikToks, which is another reason that I'm fired up about the government. Stop trying to take away everything I love.
I know. And like, honestly, if you want.
Focus on the guns, baby.
I'm not like hiding my data. If you want it, like take it.
No, take like.
My iPhone knows me better than I know myself.
100%. And the thing that I don't understand is like, if you are that hell-bent on it, like on the data stuff, do something about the data that they're taking here in the US. Like, you don't give a fuck about the US, the data that they're taking from like US-based companies.
I know.
But all of a sudden, like, because it's a Chinese-based company, you guys want to be racist and say that
Well, I think it's more so because like China is low-key a threat.
No, for sure. And like definitely a communist nation, but neither here nor there.
But agreed. Like,
but I just think
it do be weird.
Use both sides of the coin, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the equality? Equality for allity.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I have to say about that. But I hope that they don't ban TikTok, and if they do.
I don't think they will, to be honest.
I always thought that. I was like, you know what? I don't even really think so. But then I watched those hearings, and they kept saying to the poor CEO of TikTok, they were like, what do you think about, or like, is this true or is this whatever? And then somebody said to him, well, you know, you're Chinese. And he was like, I'm actually Singaporean, but thank you. Like, they like didn't even know the difference between him being from Singapore and him being from China. Like, what is your problem? But I know that the company is housed in China, but neither here nor there.
No, legit.
All right, so let's dive on in. We have so much to talk about. Emergency press conference. Like, I was ready to fight the other night.
For who?
When the video all of a sudden out of absolutely nowhere popped up of Harry Styles and Emrata.
I know, girl Pete Davidson. I can't even believe it.
No, I love that. I saw the tweet and it was like she's like dated Pete Davidson to steal his powers. And like, I respect the hell out of that.
I am like more sad though because I liked her with that funny guy.
Me too, Eric Andre. We talked about this. I liked her with him too. People are gonna come. The Harry Styles community is gonna come for me for this. I really don't mind him with Emrata. I don't mind it. Do I think it's gonna last? No, obviously not.
I think it's a little PR-y.
I do too, especially because. But then.
Why is everyone in Tokyo?
He had a show there. She must have just.
There are so many people I know who are there.
Who are in Tokyo right now.
Yeah, my cousin is one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I have only been out of the country a handful of times, but I would love to go to Tokyo. I think that would be so fun. But he had a show there, and then apparently she was there. But then Dumois was coming out with a bunch of stuff about him and Olivia and Emrata.
What?
Being like a throuple for a little while.
Get out.
Yeah. And then one of Olivia's like closest friends posted on her Instagram story and was like, can't spell Radikowski without rat. And it's like, exclude yourself from the narrative. Nobody asked this about you.
Without rat. Okay.
Yeah, right? Like,
well, we can't spell wild without fucking Olivia Wilde, so.
Right. No, exactly. And she's been just fine. And she just came out the other day saying something like about Jason Sudeikis and how he's like, I find it hard to believe. She said that she is the one that is like the moneymaker in the her and Jason Sudeikis couple. And I find that extraordinarily hard to believe.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of see it.
She only has 2 movies, right?
Wasn't she like a actress though?
I mean, I guess, but I can't even really name anything that she's in. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso. He did like all those other movies.
Yeah,
all the funny guy movies.
Wasn't Jason Sudeikis on SNL?
Maybe.
I think he was. I think
he was definitely if he wasn't on SNL, he was definitely an SNL writer, I think.
No, I think he was on it.
But that's what, like, writers like that low-key make so much money because they're writing for everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, he was on SNL 2005 to 2013.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Wow, that's crazy.
Speaking of, have you watched the new season of Ted Lasso?
I haven't watched any of Ted Lasso.
Are you serious? Oh, Mike, you would love it. I thought that I would hate it because I'm like, I don't give a fuck about soccer. But it's so funny and so well written. And like, it's like you can sit and be on your phone and it's fine.
Oh, then yeah. I need a new bed show, so maybe I'll
You should watch that. Which also, did you watch Daisy Jones and the Six?
No.
You should watch it.
I have no desire to watch
No,
that.
you would like it.
I actually heard it was really bad.
Okay, I think it was really good, but I think, did you read Daisy Jones and the Six?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. But this is my hot take, and people were coming for me actually in my Instagram DMs for saying this. But Sam Claflin, who is the guy who plays the guy in, Me Before You.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the guy in the wheelchair in Me Before You. And everybody loves him. I love him. I think he's a great actor, but he was severely miscast for Daisy Jones and the Six. I think it was a huge mistake on their part to cast him. But the girl who plays Daisy Jones is played by Radhi Keough, who is Elvis's granddaughter.
Oh, that's cool.
And she was actually fantastic. She was so good. She was exactly what I pictured in my mind. And then Camilla Maroney, who was dumped by Leonardo DiCaprio for turning 25.
Yes.
Was in it. And she is like an angel amongst mortals. She is so beautiful and gorgeous and stunning and perfect. She absolutely killed it.
Well, I remember when she did get dumped by Leo, we actually talked about her because they said like this is going to be her year because she's in something else too that is like she has like a good.
She was really good.
And they said she was like a breakout in this.
Yeah,
too.
she was. She was really, really good. And you know who else was really good that she really wasn't on my radar before, but Suki Waterhouse. She's in stuff. I only know the name from seeing her on Dumois, honestly. I don't know much about her other than she currently dates Robert Pattinson.
Oh.
And she was very good in it. She was really, really good. So everybody else was great aside from the main character because he was not great. He was just miscast. He just looked like a million years older than everybody else. And he was supposed to be this like super hot rock star guy everybody wanted. And he just like kind of looked like an actor who was trying to portray a super hot rock star guy that everybody wanted.
Got it.
So it wasn't really for me. But anyways, Harry Styles and Emrata, I I'm kind of here for it. I think he needed a bounce back after Olivia, and if it had to be somebody, I support Emrata.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't last, but
no, definitely not. But it was interesting to hear that they had been throuple behavior. But I heard he was dating this model Yan Yan Chan, and so I was really hoping for that because I really like her. But unfortunately, it seems that is not the case. But that's okay. We got a new mic set up here. I don't know if you guys could tell, but
I know
it looks so nice.
But it does look so nice, but I don't know like how to look at you, which is like throwing me a little. I just kind of keep
looking over here.
I know, but then for the YouTube people, I don't want to be like side profile the whole time.
Are we okay, Justin? Are we doing all right? Good, yeah. Okay. But I feel like these mics would be like so good for ASMR.
Mm-hmm. Wicked.
Do you like ASMR?
Yes and no.
Like I don't like go out of my way to watch it, but when it comes up on my For You page,
I'm
like,
more
nice
of like the
ASMR
of like people like playing with like the flow.
Yes, me too. I love like the slime videos.
That like crinkle sound, or like when people are like cutting up soap. Oh, I love those.
During COVID, like I went through a really big phase of like watching soap cutting videos.
I downloaded an app that you like could play like cutting up your own soap. It like didn't hit the same, but I did.
No. My husband would be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, watching soap cutting videos. And he's like, "Please stop."
No, there's something about it. It's so satisfying.
Is. It really is satisfying. But like, the ones when they would crunch them.
Yeah, like I don't know if I like when they like talk like this. Like,
no, me neither. That makes me feel. Yeah,
gives me like goosebumps.
Me too. But that's the point. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, well, I don't like it.
No, no, I know, but some people do. No, it's not for me. But I always like anytime I talk this close to him, I'm like,
yeah, no, I feel that.
That's what they all do. But so yeah. Anyways, next topic. Hailey Bieber and Selena.
Ugh, I could care.
No, I'm so over
give
it.
A fuck less, honestly.
But the one thing that I hate is I hate the narrative of like Selena should have stopped this sooner. Like that's not Selena's job.
That's not Selena's
job. I just
job.
don't feel like that's her business. I feel like it was nice enough that she even put out a statement. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to say shit. No, she doesn't owe anybody anything. Keep making your blush and keep calling it and keep making orders in the building and call it a damn day.
Exactly.
And I've always said that. But yeah, I'm glad that that we can stop talking about this. That's the only reason that I was happy that Selena said something, because now we can just move the fuck on with our days. Because who fucking cares? And speaking of Selena, here's another hot topic for you all. Selena and Zayn Malik of One Direction were seen getting dinner together, and it was closely speculated that it was a date.
Interesting. I actually did see that, and then I saw that somebody asked Gigi about it, and she was like, I don't care, and like happy for them.
Well, I feel like that would be a really interesting couple, because Gigi's always been linked so closely to the Kardashians and linked so closely to why can't I think of her name? That's how little I care about her. Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they've all been linked so closely that it would be interesting if Selena and Zayn Malik were dating. But I also just get like, and I've always gotten bad vibes from him, especially since he just like left One Direction, but he was always the moody, broody one of One Direction anyways.
Yeah.
Like he was never the...
No. He was never the
He was never the Harry Styles, and he was never going to be.
Well, that's why he could leave the band first, and it like still kind of went forward a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like if Harry left the band, I just don't think it would have been.
No, it would have been like when Justin Timberlake left NSYNC. Like it just like the band's over then.
Right. And they made it at least one more, if not two more albums after Zayn left.
Yeah.
But people are saying, I read this on Dumois actually, speaking of One Direction, people are saying that they are going to reunite for James Corden's like swan song.
I saw that on Dumois.
That would be so crazy to me if One Direction reunited for that. But if anybody could do that, it would be James Corden, because I hate James Corden, but it would be him because the One Direction boys respect the hell out of James Corden. I don't know what sort of secret he has about them that
I feel like it's just like I feel like for UK band like people, it's very hard to break in America unless unless you like now honestly go on Love Island, like then we like stan. So I think like he really popped off here, got like a US based late night TV show, and they're like aside from like the Beatles.
Right.
Like,
I think they were just
like, I think it's like game respects game, and
it
like
was like
we
a
did that.
mutual partnership there, because the first time I ever even heard of James Corden was watching One Direction do Carpool Karaoke with James Corden. Like my senior year of college was the first time I had ever heard of James Corden, and then
no, legit.
And then I think like they just kind of feel like they owe him that respect because whatever. But I hope this is true. I told my husband when we got married, the one thing you have to vow to me is that you will never stop me from spending money on a One Direction reunion concert tour.
Well, you think they're going to go on tour?
Well, not now, but maybe someday.
I don't know if they will, honestly.
Ever?
No.
I mean, look at New Kids on the Block, NSYNC. They've all done it.
NSYNC has not. Backstreet Boys has.
Oh,
NSYNC hasn't.
You're right. The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls did it.
Yeah, but then I just don't. I think there's too much tension with One Direction that like we don't really acknowledge. But I feel like the other what's his face?
Liam
is jealous of Harry, and I don't think he'd be able to like after that interview that he had a couple years. There's no way he could like go back into that and be like the back burner boy that he was.
Yeah. They all still interact except for Harry like never really interacts with Louis because he doesn't want to fuel any of the rumors that they're together.
Oh, I forgot about Louis.
I always forget about Louis. Louis is my least favorite member of One Direction, but there's like a huge part of the Harry Styles fan base that believes in the depths of their souls that Harry and Louis are soulmates and have been together this whole time and are like secretly married, and any day it's going to come out. And I'm like, how does it feel? Like people always say ignorance is bliss. Like you must live in such a blissful little world to think that in your own little mind. Like that must be so nice to not have any level of cognitive ability.
Insane.
So that's why I feel like Harry and him don't talk. I do think maybe there was a point in time when they were hooking up. There's like definitely some videos that would prove that from the One Direction era. But I think Louis is about to come out with a documentary that people say is quite telling about the end of the band.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not so much like an expose, but it does have some tea in it to behold for sure.
That's
exciting. I think will be interesting. I don't know when it comes out or whatever, but I know that Liam was the only one that went to his premiere. And, like, of course, Liam's just doing it for clout. Like, Liam's a thirst monster. But did you see
his horrible
Oh, my
face?
God. He got, like, some sort of face job of some sort, like jaw filler or something. And he looks horrible. He looks like handsome Squidward, but, like, not good.
But, like, bad.
Yeah. Like, he looked, honestly, the first picture I saw of him, I was like, he looks like David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, no, it looked like, and I used to think he was the cutest one, honestly. And now I do not.
Yeah, no,
I do like Niall though. I like Niall's music the
I
best,
love Niall, and
honestly.
Niall's about to release a new album, and he went to go see Harry, and it was like really cute. And I think so. There's rumors going around that Harry is actually featured on his new album because there was like pictures of them that circulated. So I would love to hear that because that sounds something juicy.
Yeah, that is exciting. Hot off the press.
Oh my God, what?
Taylor Swift is going to be receiving the Innovator Award at the iHeartRadio Music Awards tonight.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm. And she'll actually be there, which means we're 1,000% getting Speak Now Taylor's version announcement.
Wow. So did you see the theory, and I didn't keep up with it, I only kept up with it the first weekend of her concerts, but did you keep up with the theory, and if you're trying to avoid Eras Tour spoilers, this is an Eras Tour, are you trying to avoid them?
No, I've watched all of them.
No, me too. But my cousin literally like deleted social media because she didn't want to get any Eras Tour spoilers, so couldn't be me, but so people are saying that her shirt, she's wearing these different shirts every night during one set of her show, and the letters are all supposed to add up to Speak Now Taylor's version. And once she spells out Speak Now Taylor's version, she's going to release it, is what people are saying.
Wait,
did you see this? The one that's like, who's Taylor Swift anyways? Like, ew. And then like the letters, there's like 2 letters in red on each shirt. And people are saying that when she's done wearing those shirts, it will spell out Speak Now Taylor's version.
Interesting. People are fucking crazy.
People are fucking crazy. I wish I had that much time on my hands to figure out these like crazy Easter eggs and do all that shit.
Literally. Literally.
But the Eras Tour seems like it's going pretty well so far.
I mean, it's 3 hours.
And she, like, I actually said that to my husband, and he was like, 3 hours straight through? I was like, she played 44 songs. Like, that's crazy.
That's insane. And people are saying, I forget who I was just talking to.
No wonder she's getting an Innovator Award.
And they were like, it's kind of like they're thinking it'll inspire like artists to do like longer sets like this. And like, yeah, I agree. Like, I think it could be cool, but like also like.
But what artists have the discography to do a 44 set? Like, Beyonce could do it for sure. Some artists could, but like, there's really a small number of artists that could.
Truly. And like the big thing is too, a lot of them, reason why like Taylor and Beyonce go to Gillette is because like Foxborough like extends their hours for them.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're never.
There's no curfew.
There's no curfew really, so it's like I think they have until like 11:30 latest. Where like the Garden, I think it's like done by 11. Wrapped.
I think it has to be done by yeah.
So it's like that's why when they're like, oh, why is the Boston show in Foxborough? It's because like that's like they are able to extend it.
Right, and obviously they want to play to places like Gillette. They don't want to play. You know what I mean? They don't want to play to the Garden. It's like been there, done that for them. When you're at that caliber, it's like, what does it even matter at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think. Are you going to? Did you get tickets yet?
No.
You'll get them, honestly. People are saying that they've been getting the tickets like 2 or 3 days before, and it's like not even a big deal.
And if I don't, I'm not that upset, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are songs that I would like I want to hear. Like she's not playing "Death by a Thousand Cuts" on it. I haven't heard yet, and I'll be more upset if it's like one of her acoustic songs she does in Boston, because then I'll be like absolutely gutted.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, I should have went.
But like there are songs I'd want to hear off of Lover. I'd rather like I don't need to hear her do "You Belong With Me" again. I don't need to hear like I saw it.
Like I went the first time.
Like I would have rather have been like more like folklore Lover.
Well, back when it was supposed to be like Lover Fest.
Yeah.
Like, but then without COVID, like she could have extended it. It could have been like Lover Evermore.
Well, I don't think we would have gotten either one of those albums if we didn't have COVID. So
no, I agree with you.
It's a blessing. But I would if it was more of like dedicated to those 3, I would like feel way more inclined. But and I'm probably saying this like because I don't have a ticket. If I had a ticket, I'd probably be like, yeah, I can't believe I was ever not going. Like, but
you'll get something. Something will come up.
I'm content.
Something will come up. You'll
I won't. I'm not like it would. I'd be way more upset if I was missing Renaissance, which I'm not. So.
Right. Did you get tickets to that?
Yes.
I think we did talk about this.
Yes. Thank you to my roommate who had like a work deal.
Oh, that's perfect. Love that. What's the date of that?
August 2nd, I think.
You're gonna think that I'm insane for saying this, but like that's coming kind of quick.
No, it is. I've been thinking about what I want to wear.
I feel like this year is going by really fast.
Or I think it's the 1st. Honestly, I know it's a Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's really soon. I can't believe like how fast this year has been.
I know. Well, I'm here in shorts. I was thinking that today.
I know. It was really nice out today. Just like it's getting there. We're getting there.
It's so coming, close. People.
The other day, I swear to God, like this is gonna sound so cliche, but I woke up one morning and I don't know, it was something about the way like the sun hit my eyes or whatever, but I was like, wow, and I felt my seasonal depression like shed away. Like, I was
yeah,
wow, look at that. Like, I want to go and do something.
Like instantly felt it. Although yesterday it was so nice out too, and I was like, I'm not leaving the couch.
I know. Yesterday I had to go. I'm about to graduate from my master's program, and I have to do like this panel where I have to sit in front of all of my professors and answer questions about like literacy to them. So I went and I did like a study group with my friend from that. But that's just because I had to. I don't really want to do that, but it's just something that I have to do to finish my master's, which I'm so fucking close to being done with.
You're almost done.
I'm so close. I can legitimately taste it. But I've been like just neglecting all my work to do, but neither here nor there. All right, next up, a little bit of a couple divorce news things all kind of tied into one. Number 1, Reese Witherspoon is getting divorced from her businessman Beau.
I didn't know much about
me neither because
but he's the dad of the sons,
no,
right?
In my mind, that's Ryan Phillippe, and in my mind,
I thought she had. Oh, I'm thinking of Hillary Duff.
Yes, you are thinking of Hilary Duff. She has a stable marriage. Not good one. I'm happy for her. But she was married to Ryan Phillippe.
I know. Well,
was he from?
He was from Cruel Intentions, but he was on. I want to say it was one of the soaps, One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives, and he played like the very first gay, like one of the very first gay reoccurring characters,
and
like had like the very first like gay kiss on primetime.
Wow, ally. Good for him. That's really nice.
But he's kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been divorced for a while now, I think, because their kids are older.
I mean, the daughter looks like
oh my God, it's her spitting
out of her mouth.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, she was married to some businessman, Bo. I don't know who he was, but they've been married for like 15 years, I think.
15? I thought it was like 5.
Or maybe it was only 5. Maybe I'm getting the 5s and the 10s confused, which would be not out of realm of possibility.
Witherspoon, how long married? Oh, 12 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah,
sorry for her. But I hope this brings about like a new, maybe she'll do like
I feel like he cheated.
Probably.
I definitely feel like.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know anything, but I just feel like she's like such like a all-American. Like I just feel like she was done dirty.
She wouldn't divorce somebody unless there was
like very
big fat fucking reason for it. Which I respect.
Because I think Ryan Phillippe like cheated on her too, and I think he was like doing drugs.
Yeah, I think he was a little fucked up.
Yeah.
He was doing some shady shit. Is he still working, or is he just like collecting?
No, he was.
Alimony?
He was just in something. He'll be in like random action movies. You know what he was in? It was this crazy ABC miniseries.
That you were watching?
Yeah. Where
about what?
I think it was called like The Missing or something. And his son went missing, and he was like suspect number 1, but was also like he was a detective too. Oh, you know what else he was in too? That show. It's on ABC again too. Another one. And it's that show that's like in Montana, Big Sky. He was in the first season, and well, if you haven't watched now, spoiler, he got killed within the first episode, and I only watched it
because he was in it,
and I couldn't fucking believe it.
Wait, this is him?
Yes.
I feel like I wouldn't have even known what he looked like. He
looks like a weirdly like Justin Timberlake vibes because of the hair.
He was in. Oh no, he was only in one episode of that. I was gonna say Will and Grace, but he was just. It was.
I think he played like Will's boyfriend.
Yeah, and it was in a reboot. Like it wasn't even good. Let's see. He really
was he in Big Sky? Or did I make that?
He was. Yeah, he was in 5 episodes.
Yeah, because then it was flashbacks.
Yeah. But he really. I mean, he's really just kind of.
What's the other one? Read me off some titles. I can tell you.
I'm only seeing like this is. Hold on. Let me go back to the. You know when they show like the highlighted ones, like known for.
Yeah. Well.
Gosford Park.
No.
Don't know what that is. Oh, Crash in 2007. That's what I know him from.
Yeah.
Cruel Intentions, 54. That's all that's really coming up.
He was in, what was that show though?
Did they meet on Cruel Intentions?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Did you watch Succession last night?
Secrets and Lies is the show.
Oh.
It came out in 2015. Oh, it was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking of doing as a rewatch because I'm looking for something that I can put on while I'm scrolling on my phone.
What?
Is Scandal. I'm thinking of doing a Scandal rewatch.
Oh, I love a good.
Did you watch Scandal?
I loved Scandal.
I loved Scandal when it was really in its prime.
Mm-hmm.
That was good because like Grey's Anatomy was still good then. It was like before everybody good got killed off.
Yeah, it was.
It was a different time.
It was really. I think that's some of Shonda's best writing is on Scandal.
I totally agree with you.
She gave once she got Olivia, like all her best like monologues went to her.
But it just came out that Shonda's doing a prequel of something, but now I don't remember what it was.
It better not be Scandal.
No, it's not Scandal. It's something,
Not How to Get Away with Murder.
Nope, and it's not a good one. It's a prequel of Bridgerton.
Ugh,
and how the
come
queen
on, give it up.
And how the queen met the husband. And how whatever. I don't know. But I do like Bridgerton, so I will watch that one time comes.
I couldn't get into it, and I'm shocked.
Really?
Yeah.
I usually don't like shows when this is going to sound so millennial and stupid of me, but like if you don't have a cell phone, I don't want to watch it.
No, I don't.
Because how are you communicating with people?
At all.
I don't
at all.
Maybe it just doesn't compute in my little pea brain, but for me, it just doesn't work.
No, the math ain't mathin'. And I really thought I was gonna love it. I was calling like because I didn't know any of the books. Like that's not anything I would have picked up just based off cover alone.
I read the books after, and because we talked about this before, like they were like the grocery
they
store, like with Fabio's hair blowing. They
look like grocery store books.
Yes, and let me tell you, they were.
Yeah,
they were like the show was PG in comparison to those books. Let me just tell you that they were spicy and steamy.
Yeah.
I was like, no wonder moms are picking this up in the grocery store because they're probably like, fuck my life. I need to do something like that will bring me a little bit of joy.
But now they're jumping out of order on Netflix, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're not going in order anymore because they're going to the girl from Dairy Girls is getting hers now. Which
I feel like they kind of need to. I heard season 2 is a floppiana.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as season 1. Like nobody cared as much as they did in season 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think people like that girl, so I think they like even I'm like inclined to start just on season 3 just because I like her as an actress and I liked her.
Yes.
The one episode I did watch, I was like, oh, I liked her character.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about it.
Did you watch Dairy Girls?
I never finished it.
Me neither.
But I did like watch.
I did like it for a period
couple
of time.
Episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I'm always watching something.
Yeah, I'm always trying to keep up with like what people are watching. But everybody's. Did you watch Succession last night?
No, I haven't because so here's my problem. So I loved season 1. Because what's the season 4?
I think this is 4.
And I loved season 2. That was one of my COVID shows I watched, and I loved it. Yeah. I like it because it's like, I think we talked about this, but it's like, I like how they're also like in media. So like,
you see them places.
I like the like.
Oh,
work.
you mean like the company that they work in? I thought you meant like their public.
So
figures.
like I like sometimes like when they'll say like work language, I like kind of know what they're talking about.
Yes.
So like that was like what was fun for me. But season 3 was
season 3 was a little businessy.
Was really hard for me to sit through. I just found like myself getting very bored.
Yeah.
But
I actually fell asleep during the season finale, which like everybody knows that's supposed to be the most.
So that's what I have.
Riveting
so
episode.
Me and Brandon were just talking about because he's so this where it's like he'll just jump into something just to be part of the convo. So
me too.
He tried to watch Succession. He's like, I can't get into it, but like I know I'm missing out on something. So I was like, well, why don't we just watch the season 3 finale and then we can watch the new episodes and just go from there? Because like I've watched enough where I could like fill in.
Right.
But I think I had like 3 episodes left of season 3. Like I watched most of it, but I didn't retain it.
Yeah. No, season 3 was a bit of a snooze, but everybody's saying that season 4 is good.
Well, it wraps up everything.
Yeah, and it's the end of it, which...
And I heard Shiv is like the break, like she's the one to watch. Like I heard her character.
I always liked her
anyways.
And the
actress who plays her is like, they're like, I've heard, what I've read from like the press is like...
I said this like recently on an episode that we did, but I for a while felt like I was the Shiv of my family, but I am totally 100% the Roman. Like I am so the Roman of my family because like I feel like any family that's 3 children has that 3 children succession dynamic.
Yeah.
And mine is I 100% am Roman, and my sister is totally the Shiv.
Yeah, I don't even know your sister, and I know you're not.
No,
the Shiv.
I'm not. It's funny because I was thinking about that on my way here because I lost something or I couldn't find something, which just like makes sense. And I was thinking about how in every relationship, whether it be like a friendship or whatever, like you need one person who's like really unhinged and one person that's really like the steadfast.
Yeah.
Very even keeled, very whatever. And that is so my husband. Like I haven't had an even keeled thought in my life.
Yeah. Well, I think have you seen the TikTok that's like in every like 2 friends.
Like twosome, yeah.
You need like one friend who'd be like really great on a Bravo show
and one friend good on Survivor. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And we
talked about this
I think we did because in our duo, I would be neither.
Yeah, and I think I'd be good on both.
Yeah, totally. You would be really good on Survivor, honestly.
I just don't know. I would be better on Big Brother. I don't think I could do
so good on Big Brother. And I know this is a touchy subject, but every time I watch it, I think you would be so good on The Circle.
I know. It's it is
tough.
a touchy subject.
It is I don't know if we've ever talked about. Have we talked about that? Justin's nodding his head.
Mike, oh yeah, I was almost on.
Mike almost was on The Circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You would have been so good. Do you?
Yeah, it was after season. It would have been on season 2 or 3. It was like they were casting for both, and they made it to right before to meet like the Netflix team.
Sad.
Yeah.
What could have been?
So close. I was the closest I've ever gotten, and I've auditioned for a lot of shit.
Are you like? What's the last thing have you done anything recently? Well, I feel like now you have the
well,
bottoms,
now I don't need to do it. I'm like famous on my own accord now.
No, you have a level of fame. Talk about we're wrapping up anyways, but talk about some of you. You have so many cool events coming up. Talk to us about some of them.
Yeah, so Wednesday, we have a new gig.
Yeah.
We're doing...
Does that start this Wednesday?
Yep.
I love
Jumping
it.
right into it. We'll be at Nash Bar.
I've actually never been there.
It's cute. I've only been there once. I've never eaten there, but I have heard the food is good.
Is it the old...
Abbey Lane.
Okay.
Right next to the theater.
Yes. Yeah.
So... we'll be there Wednesdays for the rest of the Vanderpump Rules. We're VPR at Nash Bar.
I love that.
So we'll do trivia. There's going to be some Sir-inspired menu items, which is fun. They're doing
so
like
cool.
goat cheese balls.
Of course.
Trivia winner wins, I think, like $100 to Nash Bar.
I just learned the other day that Sir stands for Sexy Unique Restaurant. I had no idea. I was like, wow, look at that. I don't know how I missed that.
So funny. So we're doing that. That'll be fun. That's like no ticket. Come if you want. And then Danielle.
Yes, this is huge. I'm so happy. Like when you texted me about this, I was like, oh my God. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. This is so cool.
We have Danielle Cabral coming
from Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Laugh Boston on the 4th. And we only have general admission tickets left now. We're sold out of VIP, but that'll be fun. And the mid-season trailer for Jersey just dropped
today.
Yeah, and it is
juicy.
Yeah, it's good. It's like definitely everything that we've read in the blinds all summer is like picking up here now.
I know. I feel like, I mean, we won't get too much into it, but I feel like I misaligned myself this season. I feel like I never aligned myself with Teresa, no offense, but I am starting to see her point of view way more than I ever have in past seasons, especially with Melissa. But I'm feeling like Dolores is misaligning herself, and I've always aligned myself with Dolores.
Misaligning in what way?
Like with like Rachel Fuda and like all those girls. Like Dolores seems to be teaming up with them, no?
I think Dolores, yes. I think the problem with Dolo is she's known Joe and Teresa forever.
For so long, yeah.
So I do think she tries to play like a little bit of a middleman to like help bridge them. And I think in the trailer, like I do think lines are drawn. And like in the after show, that like their recap thing that's on like bravo.com, there's a different energy. She's activated. So I think some stuff is like
happening behind the scenes.
But yeah, we see like Teresa crying when she finds out Joe's not coming to the wedding in the trailer.
Really? Oh, I have to watch it.
And I do think you're saying, I feel like I've now seen Melissa in a different light where I don't necessarily think the last couple years, I'll give her the early seasons, all her, but like the last couple years now, I do think Joe's more of the problem than Melissa.
Totally.
And I think
I agree with you.
I think that's because truthfully, I've been like enjoying her a little bit.
Yeah.
More than I ever have. But it's like the scenes without Joe. The second Joe's there, I'm like, so annoyed.
Insufferable. Like, and everything is fine until Joe walks into the scene.
Exactly.
And then it's like, all of a sudden everything goes to shit. Like when Melissa went to the party without him. That was really big of her.
That was my turning point for her.
I totally agree with you. Because I would have, if that was me, I would have never done that. I would have been like, no fucking way am I going without you.
I'm going.
But good for her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she wasn't the villain that we thought she was all along.
I know. No, that's kind of how I feel. I do think it's more Joe, which is insane.
Which is crazy. Any other events coming up? Just those? You have one at Everybody Fights, no? Or
we just had that. That was the
yesterday,
open house on Saturday. But if anyone wants to go, I believe your first class is always free. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, I definitely want to try.
Yeah, I love it. It's been great.
All right. Anything else that we want to chat about before we wrap up for the day?
No, I have nothing. We'll be back.
No, I don't know why.
Week.
For some reason, the hamster question was one of my only real pressing questions for you today. I was
know.
like, I have to ask Mike how he feels about hamsters.
Yeah, no.
I feel like they're very polarizing characters.
Well, I feel like you can know a hamster house.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, like
that is one of the most accurate. When you walk into a house, and you're like, if they have
something
hamsters
in a cage here. I just can tell.
Hamsters or guinea pigs. Yeah,
yeah.
You're totally
and you
right.
couldn't spot those kids out.
100%.
You know.
As a teacher, 100%.
A lot of overalls. A lot of overalls.
I'm not going to comment on this, but I can see why you would say that. I can see why you would say that. How do you feel? One other question before we go, because I was thinking about this too in the car. For some reason, there's an Adderall shortage. I don't know if you've known this, but it's been impacting my life quite a bit in a way that my brain is so scattered lately that it's crazy. But this is what led me to thinking about this. But do you like pho?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
I like it, but my problem is I like ramen a lot better. I think pho it has sort of a sweet flavor to it, and sometimes it doesn't sit right with me. It tastes like star anise, and I don't really like star anise.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with
but maybe I just never had good pho.
My problem, there is a really great pho place in Seaport. My problem with pho though, as opposed to ramen, I think pho sticks on you. I'm smelling it all day.
Yeah.
Where ramen, I feel I don't. Yeah. It doesn't linger on
it's
me.
like any sort of like an onion dish. You eat a chicken marsala and you're gonna smell like chicken marsala for the day.
That's when I know I want pho and it's usually on a rainy day. I'm like, oh, this is my day now because I'm stuck inside.
Right.
But I do love it. I love any type of Asian soup though.
Me too. Any sort of I love Asian food. I love any sort of Asian dish.
I love a soup like that. I love a thick noodle.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
love it.
I went to there's a new Asian supermarket near me that I went to the other day called H Mart. And it's so good. And the food there, oh my God, it's amazing. They have the best food in there. It's so good. And honestly, I'm always looking to make poke bowls or something.
Yeah.
And they have the freshest sushi grade tuna in there for so reasonable.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm just gonna stop going to Whole Foods for it because it's so ridiculously priced there.
Love that.
Well, we were real all over the place today, but
we really were all over.
But you know what? I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
Seriously.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you to our producer Justin, and
you might have tipped him at Capo Basement.
Yeah, apparently, really the backbone of Capo. I can't wait when we get your mic working. One day we're gonna do a real tell all of some real horror stories.
I know we need to
because you must have some really good stories there. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And you met your girlfriend there.
I did,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So was she just waiting in line to get in, and you just started chatting up, or she was a frequent flyer, or?
I had seen her a few times, and then one night when she was leaving, she pulled me aside and asked me for my number. I gave her my number.
Good for her.
Wow,
we love an in-demand woman.
Love in a hopeless place.
We did. That's the definition of finding love in a hopeless place.
Totally.
Wow, that's amazing. What a story.
My friend Charles is getting married to his, speaking of thinking that he met her at Ned Devine's.
What?
And now they're getting married in June.
That's a real love story.
That is truly.
My
2015 Ned Devine's.
The peak of Ned Devine's. Did you see the thing do you follow Southie Line Girls?
Yes, I do.
They posted a thing the other day of the line, St. Patrick's Day weekend, the line at Ned Devine's. I was like,
sick, nasty, and disgusting.
Disgusting. I was like, who the fuck are all these people going to Ned Devine's on St. Patrick's Day weekend? First of all, if any of you are over the age of 22, you should not be in that line.
What
Go
are
somewhere
you doing?
else. Go literally anywhere else. There's a million bars in Boston. You could find anywhere else to go.
Insane.
I was sickened by it. But speaking of great great bar meet cutes, my best friend Meg started talking to her current fiance at my 21st birthday at Water Club.
Whoa, TBT.
Which Water Club actually opens up in a couple days. I believe it's April 1st. Which
really?
is Saturday, yeah.
Already,
so
huh?
Big, which I'm such a water club girl. My prime was at water club, except here's a real, this is what I'll leave you with for today. Horror story, nightmare fuel. I was at water club, and you have to understand, I'm a different person when I'm at water club. Like, something possesses my body. Something takes over me where I am not me.
Well, I feel like that's when, like, the purest Quincy jumps out.
Because everybody you've ever met is there. Like, everybody from Quincy is there. People from other towns
People from Medford
there.
flock there, too. Like, it is like... Yeah.
It's a hot spot.
What's the one? So yes, water club. But what was the one that used to be like
It was like a tent. Ocean Club.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Ocean Club.
Yeah.
Ocean Club was like the tent down at the end.
Yeah,
they ended up closing it.
Gone
we missed
now.
that. I missed that.
Well, no,
era.
I've gone. I had a fake.
Amazing.
So I've been like once.
Yeah, that was an era. My cousin was like she worked there. She was one of like the girls who like one of the
like,
shock girls.
It was like Jersey Shore vibes.
That really was. I only saw the inside once. I was there for like a fundraiser and they had rented it out, and I was like, God, I can only imagine how sick this would be. I was probably like 18.
I'm excited that I'm like close to Marina Bay ish.
Yeah. No, because that's an easy commute for you.
I'm very excited for Granite Links to be patio season.
Oh yeah, that's
again.
so soon too. That probably opens April 1st as well.
My favorite mudslide.
They do have a very good mudslide, and you know what? Their chicken Caesar
pizza. Yep.
Oh my God, it's best. So good. And you would never think that a Caesar pizza would be good, but it's very good.
Very good.
But my last water club story, and then we're done. I was there one night, and like again, something in there possesses me. Like I just am a different person. I'm scantily clad, and also like 2 drinks there, and I am on another level. I don't know if it's the air or what, but I was there one night, and I'll never forget it. It was the summer that Bodak Yellow came out. Because I was standing in the middle of the dance floor, and I was like, "Said little bitch,
so
you can't fuck with me."
Bodak Yellow. Yep.
And I was dancing to it. I had a shirt on that had no back. Like I was like really wearing very minimal clothing.
2018.
And all of a sudden I hear, "Oh my God, Miss O'Connell," which is my maiden name. And I was like, I was the Mr. Krabs meme when he's like, "What?" Like I was hammered out of my mind. I'm like, there should not be a child old enough to call me Miss O'Connell in this bar
place.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I turned around, and one of my former students was a bar back there. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he was like, "I'm a bar back." And I was like, "Okay. Well, now I can never come here again."
Legit.
But anyways, that's the only one of the real bummers of being a teacher of older kids is they get like to be not similar age to you, but in similar circles as you pretty quickly, which really throws you off. But anyways, that's all we have for today. Thank you to Justin. Thank you to Headquarters for hosting us. And we will see you guys next week. Also, I got my nails fixed for you guys that were wondering after last time because that janky nail was too much for me. But we will see you next week, and we will be back. And don't forget to follow us on everything and come to some of Mike's events. And we will see you next time.
See you there.
Bye.